Deceptive works of the adversary. UFOs, BD number 8623. September 22, 1963. Many times you will still be thrown into serious doubt and caused to ask questions, for during the last days you can still count on big surprises from my adversary's side. He will not hesitate to use any means to disturb you and keep you from the truth. He will do anything to distract your thoughts from your actual task of improving your soul, and he will do so cunningly to make it difficult to recognize it as satanic activity, because he will always disguise himself with a garment of light. He will pretend that you will be protected, that in times of earthly difficulties you will receive help from above, by beings of light, by inhabitants from other stars who will take care of people. For he certainly sees the chaos that exists on earth and even uses it for his own purposes to add to the confusion. Indeed, countless beings of light are ready to give you humans every assistance on my behalf, both spiritually and earthly, but they will only work on a spiritual level. They will influence your thoughts, they will urge you towards me in Jesus Christ, they will arrange your fate such that your souls will be able to benefit from it. They will give you good advice, and you can also appeal to them for help in every need as soon as you are in contact with me, so that I can instruct these beings of light to assist you. Yet visible things are truly not necessary to give you this help. They will not approach you by manifesting themselves or even operating physical objects which you can see with your eyes. For the inhabitants of the world of light, the inhabitants of my kingdom, who are instructed by me to help you, need no physical covers to apply their will. They are spiritual beings who only ever influence you spiritually. My adversary, however, influences you humans differently by trying to deceive you. He wants people to believe that supernatural beings take care of earthly inhabitants and instructs his followers to flash deceptive lights, for it is in his interest to stop people from giving themselves to their God and Creator, so that they will turn and entrust themselves to those beings and thereby become subject to his rule. He has great power at the end which he truly uses well for himself. I can only ever warn you humans not to be so gullible. If you believe that beings from other planets come to Earth in order to help you in any way, then you should first consider that all visible stars are inhabited by beings in need of maturity but who, in accordance with eternal law, may not leave their assigned world. That spiritual contact can in fact take place, but people on Earth should not look for such contact with inhabitants of other stars, since you do not know the degree of maturity of those who want to communicate with you in spirit. Although these beings are indeed able to transmit messages to you by spiritual means, through mediums, you are unable to verify their content as truth. And therefore you should dismiss such messages as questionable, for when I want to instruct you it will either happen directly or through beings of light in my kingdom who receive the teaching material for you directly from me. You should stay away from contact with spirits as long as you have not learned to differentiate between the spirits. My adversary, however, will always interfere ere people willingly open themselves for messages from the spirit world. The desire for the supernatural alone offers my adversary a reason, and he will always oblige the seekers, yet never for the benefit of their souls. During the last days he will also try to deceive people through materializations by making non-material objects appear as phantoms before the eyes of individual people who seek unusual experiences and therefore can also be easily influenced by my opponent. In addition, people, too, launch experimental objects into the universe which are cited again as material objects, so that people are no longer able to distinguish between illusion and reality. Yet both are of satanic origin, whether it originates from people or from the spiritual world, which, however, is always the realm of darkness, just as people are prompted by the Prince of Darkness to conduct these experiments. The end is approaching, and that is the reason for Satan's extraordinary activity. But I myself also work extraordinary things by conveying the pure truth to people, and I would truly also let you know should these inhabitants of other celestial bodies become active on my behalf. I truly would not keep you guessing about it. But time and again I say to you, do not let such deceptive lights bother you. For he who causes them does not want to save you but ruin you. You will still experience much more before the end which will enable you to clearly observe his activity, providing you pay attention and stay in contact with me so that I will always be able to illuminate your thoughts, and in the light of truth you will recognize him and his doings. Amen.